Good morning. Best notification you got today? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm eating breakfast real quick, so it'll just be a minute. It's currently 10 a.m. What time is it where you are? I guess if it's super early in the morning, saying it's the best notification is not as nice if it's late in the day. How many notifications are we talking? No, just kidding. What kind of breakfast are you having? I'm boring. I always eat oatmeal. Yeah, I always start the streams at this exact time. Well, it's actually 9:58, but I start the streams at 10. Good morning from Brazil. Hey, buddy. How's Brazil this time of year? It's 12 a.m. where you are? Do you live in Australia? Why did the game stop making sound? What's going on? You do live in Australia. I gotcha. Where's it 5 p.m.? It's like 3 p.m. in the UK, right? So you're 2 time zones east of the UK. I won't guess what country you're from. I don't want to. I don't want to make you share details. Oh, from Turkey or Turkey? Isn't that how it's? Isn't that the proper title now? Turkey. All right. Is Turkey as beautiful as I imagine it? Yeah, but Turkey officially changed its name to Turkiya. Although it wasn't Turkiya what you locally call your country anyway. They just want everyone else to call their country the same thing they call their country, which I think is pretty reasonable. It's like our country's called Turkiya. All right, Turkey. it's like it's like Japan and China. Like what? We don't call it that. I'm sure no one in Turkey would be bothered if you call it Turkey still, but anyway, yeah, ate my oatmeal. I always eat it with peanut butter, so it's delicious. No, Japan's one of those countries that I think would be absolutely amazing to visit, and then I think, I don't know, they're kind of racist there. I don't know if I really want to visit a. Maybe it's not fair to label an entire country racist. But they don't really like outsiders very much, as far as I understand it. But there's a lot in Japan that I wouldn't mind seeing. That would be cool to visit. Hi, Susie. New to RimWorld? No. What makes you think that? Are you new to RimWorld? You haven't seen this stream? I've been streaming RimWorld on Twitch for a solid 7 years now, so... I don't know. Maybe you've just been watching other streams. That seems to have lessened with newer generations in Japan. Oh, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. That makes sense to me. It's pretty fun. You should try it. You'll stay for 1 hour, then watch the rest at work later today? That sounds good. Get paid to watch YouTube? That sounds pretty good. Oh, Suai, I was muted. Yeah, NDK's in bad shape here. I don't think they're gonna live. We don't have any medicine to take off the arm. You need to bed rest, buddy. Not that that's gonna make a huge difference. I wanted to give him moral guide so we could at least use preach health, but we need a third pawn. Hey Julie, how are you today? That's inappropriate. You're not allowed to say that on Twitch. What storyteller are you running? I'm playing Randy. Randall. I think NDK is dead. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Yeah, this challenge is a lot easier with fishing, that's for sure. In fact, I don't know that this challenge would really be doable without fishing. I guess you could hunt animals. They do occasionally appear on the map. Kind of like doing Naked Brutality Sea Ice. So I guess it would be possible. No option to remove the arm without real meds, right? Correct, yeah. Nothing we can do about it. Won't even let you try without medicine. You'll definitely never say inappropriate things ever again. I wouldn't bet money on it. Yeah, I wish there was something we could do. The only other option was preach health, but we can't give moral guide out without a third pawn, so... I think we just have to accept the death of NDK. Yeah, you cut the arm off with a knife, and then you just rub sand in it. Do I intend to do something like the family-only run with the Odyssey DLC? Oh, I'm not sure. At some point, probably. I think it's probably a little too soon to do another family-only run, but at some point in the future, probably. Nah, there's nothing on them that I need to save. Medical emergency. Self-tending's not gonna help. Hey, George. I'm very concerned this gazelle's gonna kill Ramos when she walks outside. Is the Odyssey update the last update of RimWorld? I heard a rumor about it. Where'd you hear that rumor? I don't think there's any reason to believe that that's the last update, no. Please don't eat me, Mr. Gazelle. Or Miss Gazelle. Oh no. Oh no. This might be the end. NDK got infected. One of their wounds from last time got infected. Well, I think that's the end of the run. Oh, actually, we might get a man in black here. No, I don't think you should. There's no reason to think that this is the last DLC or update. Well, this sucks. I like how she just doesn't even fight back. She just kind of wanders around. No man in black? Why are we not getting a man in black? Shouldn't we have a man in black? She could get up. It's totally possible she gets up. So, not giving up yet. R.I.P. NDK. We hardly knew you. Man in black drowned on the swim over. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Yeah, she can still heal. She can still get up. So there's a question of will her malnutrition kill her before she... Oh, guy on the couch lost an eyeball. Oh, there's starvation. It's a question of will she heal before the starvation gets her. Well, short stream today. So I still have a lot of work to do to finish the current 2 runs that are being uploaded to YouTube, so I'm not really sure on what the next run's gonna be, but I'll figure it out. The monitor lizard got killed, yeah. Oh, and then we got some ship parts that landed. Man, if I die right after ship parts land, I'm gonna be so sad. This might be the end of it. Are any of these close to healing? Oh, our iguana died. Oh, I have to restart. Our malnutrition's getting pretty high. He's in a lot of pain. She's laying on top of a dead body. You know, sometimes that's the way it goes. Delete the bed? That won't help in this case. She's unconscious because of pain and pain. Yep, I think that's going to be the end of this run. I was hoping she would heal in time, or at least heal enough in time to get rid of some of the pain, but now the malnutrition's getting too high. Her consciousness is even lower. Well, that's the way it goes, I guess. I wouldn't go inside this hut either. All the blood outside? Now, Man in Black comes once the pawns are knocked down, but didn't activate this time. This gazelle got mad. Actually, no, it was this gazelle. It was just a mad gazelle. Ramos was in a sad wander, so she couldn't do anything about it. She just kind of let it kill her. And NDK fell down from an infection, so it was a very bad series of events. But it's a good reminder that I need to get medicine early on. Well, guys, I think that's it. We could just wait until she dies, but I don't think there's any coming back from this. Her consciousness is down to 34%. Rip. Yeah, we made it 86 days. It's pretty good. I think the only thing I could have done better here is save that medicine, but I don't know if one medicine would have saved NDK's life. It might have slowed the infection down enough to fight the antelope, though. I mean, even if she gets up now, there's... Oh, she'd have to eat the gazelle. Oh, the iguana died right before she did. Everyone's dead. Game over. Game over, man. Game over. Alright, well, that's not really the way I wanted to start the stream off. Back to square one. What's next on the agenda? Try again. Try again. And then try again. Until I get bored of trying again. Actually, until you guys get bored of trying again. Once you guys are bored of trying again, then I'll play something else. You know what? Next on the agenda is giving the YouTube stream a thumbs up. Go give this YouTube stream a like. That's next. It's very important. I'd say give the Twitch stream a like, but you can't. You can't do that. You can't give the Twitch streamer a like. Wouldn't do anything even if you could. Discoverability on Twitch? Ha! Don't make me laugh. Give a sub instead? That's pricey, dude. That's like $6. Wait, is it $6 or $7 for a sub now? It's $5.99, right? Or is it $6.99? I don't remember. I keep raising the price. In my day, a sub was $1.99. Could get a footlong for $5, man. It's like $13 now for a sub. I mean, you have to be really unhinged to think Subway is better than Jimmy John's. Truly an unhinged opinion. $5.99 USD on desktop. I gotcha. I'm just messing with diet salt. It's okay to like Subway. It's fine. Yeah, sandwich Subways, yeah. $7.99 Canadian on desktop? What's the conversion rate? Wait, that makes sense. $1, one Canadian dollar is worth 72 cents USD. Yeah, I feel bad for people in Australia. They get the shaft on costs. Oh man, a Canadian dollar was worth 73 cents at the beginning of September. It's only worth 72 cents now. That's rough. Well, you better sub now, because in another month it's going to be worth 71 cents. And you will have saved almost no money. It will almost be worth none of your time at all. Yeah, some bad stuff happened. We don't want to talk about it. Actually, don't cut that yet. Let that grow a little bit longer. May as well. Seriously, they charge $15.99 a month for Spotify there. How much is YouTube Premium? Why would you want to subscribe to Spotify over YouTube? Just out of curiosity. What's the benefit? Like, what does Spotify do better? Oh, it's cheaper. Okay, $16.99 for YouTube Premium. Yeesh. I think I pay $13.99. So I guess it's not that much better. It's not Google. Okay, but I mean in terms of the product. I'm not talking about the ownership of the product, just in terms of the product itself. If you subscribe to YouTube Premium, you get YouTube Music and YouTube with no ads and background play. But what does Spotify Premium give you? No ads, but like then you have to watch YouTube with that. Well, I guess you could use an ad blocker, but I got you. I was thinking about taking today off to work on YouTube videos. Turn the stream on and I die. Was it a good idea? I don't know. Maybe it's for the best. I can give a thumbs up to my own stream. That seems a little... You have to be a tier 2 sub to troll. Do you not remember that? Do you not remember those rules? Yeah, she's gonna have her birthday soon. Her birthday is on the 4th of April, May, which is today. Today is Ramos's birthday. And to celebrate her birthday, she gets to swim around and eat raw fish. And hang out with an armadillo. Which, in a vacuum, actually sounds pretty good, to be completely honest with you. In this context, not great. But absent the context, it sounds pretty good, actually. People pay a lot of money for sashimi. I don't know how much it costs around here because I don't eat raw fish, but people pay a lot of money for it. People love fishing. People love swimming. You get a private beach. Hang out with an armadillo for a few hours. Is that true for professional golfers too? You might be watching ads, you can't even hear my question. This armadillo. You're killing me. I could put a fence around my fish. Maybe that's what I should do. Leave my fish alone. Yeah, try to eat the fish now. Well, nothing left to do but sit and watch my pond fish while I drink some delicious tea. You guys have any fun weekend plans? Why do I do this to myself? To entertain you, of course. Why do you watch? Sorry, I don't mean that accusatorily. I just mean like, you know, you're clearly tuning in, so you tune in and I keep doing it. Getting the new computer finally? How much did you have to pay? I mean to get it built. Honestly, truth is though, all joking aside, I don't really think restarting in RimWorld is a bad thing. We were talking about it yesterday. I don't see losing as any different than winning. To me, they're the exact same thing. You launch a rocket, the run is over. Characters die, the run is over. You still have to restart and start a new run in either case. And then I have to accept that if my goal is to win, then effectively it's just as valuable to lose. Because they're literally the same outcome. That's the great thing about RimWorld, though, is that you could do the exact same run 5 times in a row and have completely different runs every single time. So it doesn't bother me. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen in this run. Yeah, except Ramos has no sunscreen. When I think of living the dream, it involves sunscreen. No way are you going to catch me on a deserted island. Sorry, a desert island with no sunscreen. Unless I shipwreck. But then you're not going to catch me on a desert island because... Sorry, a desert island. Desert island is in the past. That doesn't exist anymore. Okay, getting a sad wander here is not great. Is there a slight comfort boost for sleeping spot rather than none? No. No, they still get slept on the ground. Oh, you mean like comfort? No, I'm pretty sure there's not. Oh wait, no, there is. I was wrong. Oh, today I learned. I thought it was identical. Nope. I was wrong. It's a 40% comfort. Glad you asked. I usually end up giving him a sleeping spot once we get a little hut built, but before then I thought it made no difference, but no, it does. 0.4 comfort. Hey Comic Sans, how are you today? Although sunscreen aside, like I said a little bit ago, in a certain context, this really is a dream vacation for a lot of people. I don't mean being stranded on a small island. I just mean being on the beach, fishing, enjoying the sun, wild animals nearby, eating raw fish, going swimming whenever you please, waking up when you want, going to sleep when you want. In a certain context, people would pay a lot of money for a vacation like this. But it specifically involves not being stranded. The whole being stranded part kind of ruins it. I personally think that eating raw meat should have a chance to give you parasites. Not muscle parasites, but like gut worms. How come you don't use any mods? I don't need performance mods. My computer runs at max frame rate the entire time. Ever since they added the performance patch, even late game, I don't get any frame rate drop. In terms of quality life mods, I don't like quality life mods. To me, the fun of a video game is figuring out how to operate within the parameters you're given. I always liken it to Sudoku. It's like Sudoku's fun because there's a very specific rules that you have to operate within. And as you learn Sudoku, you learn how to maneuver in those rules. You learn the moves that you can make. And once you get better at the game, you start to learn all the moves. But then, once you've learned all the moves, there's still times where you can't beat the game until you realize there are still much more advanced moves that you can make. And it's only through struggling through the basic moves that you get to really learn all these advanced moves. And I think playing video games is the same way. Like, yeah, you can just, if there's something in the game that you find hard, you can just change the rules. Yeah, sure, okay. But it's also fun to figure out how to operate within the rules as they are. So, you know, mods are fun. Unmodded's fun. I like unmodded. Can you get steel? Absolutely. Sure, but having to click 1 or 2 extra times is not tedious. It's not hard, but it is in that same, you know, that same way of thinking that how can I operate within this and click the fewest amount of times or make this the easiest I can without changing the rules. I'm not saying mods are bad. I'm just saying I think people underappreciate playing games as they are. Can you use the quest to get steel? So that's one quest I've decided not to accept because I think it would be a little too easy to get steel. Are you streaming right now on Twitch as well? Yeah, you'll be talking to people on Twitch too. I'm having conversations with both people on YouTube and on Twitch. I realize it might be a little confusing, but... But yep, I dual stream. Anyway, no, I think mods are great. Like, another game, I like playing Minecraft, and I like playing modded Minecraft specifically. I never play vanilla Minecraft. So I get it. I understand why people like mods. But I suppose then the question is, why don't you install just a couple mods? And my problem is I never know where to draw the line. Because in my mind I think, okay, if I'm going to install one mod, why not install 2? And if you're going to install 2 mods, why not install 3? And then the question is, how do you stop? Like, where do you draw the line? Yeah, exactly. Once you do 1, it gets the ball running. There's no reason to stop at 1. And then if you're not going to stop at 1, I don't know how to stop. So I think I'm just not going to do it. I think modded Minecraft's less of a slippery slope since they have total conversion mods, which one mod does a whole bunch of changes. Very good point, Zagarius. When I play Minecraft, I pick one mod pack, and then I explore the mod pack. That's it. I don't install a bunch of mods. I pick a mod pack, I explore it, I try to get the most out of the mod pack, and then I move on. You can't really get that with RimWorld or Project Zomboid. Factorio, you kind of can. Like, there's a really fun mod pack called C-Block in Factorio. That one I have a ton of fun with. Material, how much materials do you need for a bedroll? 45 leather, I think it is. No, 40. Sorry, not 45. 40 leather. Best to add those stream chat that appears on screen. I've heard that there's some terms of service issues with showing YouTube chat on Twitch. And truth be told, I like having the least amount of stuff on screen as possible. So I'm torn. We've talked about doing that before, though. Like, that's definitely something we've discussed. I know others do it too. I know. I have seen many people do it. But I've also seen many people play copyrighted music on Twitch. Is it possible to punch trees to train melee? You won't train melee. Like, you can punch walls, but it won't actually train melee. Oops. Well, okay, worth it to show. Worth it to show. You don't train melee that way. Whoops. Only wasted one wood. She just two-shot that fence. Holy shit. Why can't she do that in actual combat? Anyway, yeah, I'm still on the fence about chat on screen. It's not something I've written off, but it's also not something I'm sure I want to do. It's that knee spike she's got. An installed knee spike extends at will from a hidden opening on the front of the knee. Ugh. Appearing without warning, it can be used for devastating stabbing attacks which penetrate even thick armor. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but... I have considered recording like an alternative scene that has both chats on it for YouTube. That I've thought about, but oh, I don't think I can actually trade these guys anything. They don't buy fish. Yep, she's got a knee spike. Yeah, they won't buy anything from me. About the chat, though, to be honest, I haven't actually seen the part of the terms of service that says you can't, so I don't really know for sure. I've only heard secondhand. They can kill the emu for you? Yeah, but I can't aggro the emu. I don't have a bow. Well, I could make a bow. I got 30 wood. Oh, they do eat through the corner. Wait, that's a monitor lizard, though. Monitor lizards aren't livestock. It's a question of, do the livestock, like the armadillo, eat through corners? Because the monitor lizard would go right over the fence. They don't give a shit. Do I build the bow? That's the question. Tough choice. Come on, get into a social fight or something. They left me a gift. Hold on, let's trade their 6 gold back. Oh, we can't catch them. Alright. I'm gonna bury my gold. This island's gonna have buried treasure on it. It'd be cool if you actually could bury stuff. Like dig a grave and then store stuff in it. That'd be awesome. We'll put it on your Discord. All right, thank you. Look at all these cactus. How many attempts do you got already? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah, no, it does say in the terms of service that you cannot combine chats. You do not use third-party services that combine activity from other platforms or services on your Twitch stream during your simulcast, such as merging chat. Did I just put both chats independent? Maybe. I don't know if that counts. Hey, Lacris. How are you today? Interesting. Now it is worth making a bow, because those dromedary can give camel hide, and the camel hide... See, the problem is, though, the main reason I don't want to do it... Here, what's the Discord link? There you go, buddy. Here's the Discord link. The main reason I don't want to do it is because I don't want it on the screen. That's what it is. The terms of service thing is a complete aside. I don't like the extra stuff on the screen. I'm okay having my webcam up when I use my webcam, but other than that, there's a lot of dromedary. I feel like we can all survive with just the chat that we choose to look at. Twitch chat or YouTube chat, depending on which stream you're watching. Or both, yeah, just open up both. There you go. Yeah, just talking both. Now you're cooking with gasoline. I guess it's hard to do on mobile. Oh. Oh, you bit its entire head off. That's fucked up, man. I need to get that mood up so I don't sad wander. You can record and stream 2 different scenes, but I don't think you can stream 2 different scenes. I might be wrong on that. Maybe there's a way to do it, but not that I know of. Tell Twitch chat that YouTube chat is better. Twitch chat, I guess YouTube chat is better. I guess. I didn't know that until just now. Diet Salt is playing both sides, so he always comes out on top. How many dromedary do we need? We're only getting 70% of the leather, I think. Also less because of cooking. Oh, I didn't tell him to leave Twitch. I said watch both. Oh, we got the sad wander. I pushed it too long. Hopefully these camels don't rot. Yeah, we should be fine. No, use both. Unless you're on mobile, then you choose. I'm more concerned about tribal wear than I am a bedroll right now. A bedroll would be nice, but the tribal wear will help me survive heat waves. Have you had any mech clusters on these runs yet? No, I haven't, and I'm deeply concerned about what's going to happen when I do. I have gotten ship parts. I have gotten shuttle crashes. Again, it start. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. One thing I wanted to test, and I should have done that at the beginning of the stream today. I want to test in dev mode what happens when a mech cluster lands with heavy bridges available. The concern is that if mechs have nowhere else to land...
I started blasting. Bang!
Dagrabert. Is that how you pronounce your name? Dagrabert? Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much for using your Prime, buddy. Cheers. Did you have to restart? Yes. When I turned the stream on this morning, NDK got infection. And there was nothing we could do about it. He collapsed, and then Ramos had a sad wander. And right as that happened, Gazelle went mad. Ramos was asleep, and then woke up and walked outside and got knocked down by the Gazelle. And then starved to death while unconscious. It was bad. So, had to restart. Anyway, thank you again for the Prime sub. We're naming the second character and onwards after people from chat who sub on Twitch or become a member on YouTube or member on Patreon or gift subs or gift memberships or tips or any of that fun stuff. So that Prime sub will get you added to the naming list. Did you name someone Valorant yet? No, there's people ahead of Valorant. Please snap out of your sad wander. We got work to do. Oh, that's not good. There's nothing I can do here. I'm dead. God damn it. Well, we're gonna have to melee and hope for the best. Well, quick restart. We did get a... Well, it's 95% movement. Yeah, your iguana died. Sorry, buddy. Ramos is about to die. It's Oh, no, now our leg is fucking scratched. I was gonna say, maybe we'll be able to run away, but... Oh, she got stabbed in the heart! Oh my god. Okay, we might live. It's gonna be close. The final straw was malnourishment, actually. Alright, as long as we don't get infection. Okay, that could have been way, way, way worse. We need 60 for tribal wear. The tribal wear is important because not only is it going to help with heat protection, it'll give us a little bit of armor for those melee fights that we can't avoid. Yeah, could you imagine if monitor lizards have a higher chance of giving you an infection? How does putting clothes on help more than being naked? Are you serious? Is that a serious question? I feel like you're not being serious. Oh, okay, Kappa. Okay. I was gonna say, do I need to explain moisture wicking and evaporation? Keeping sun off your skin? You live in Texas. You know how it works. There's a reason people in Saudi Arabia wear big white robes. Yeah, an infection will probably kill my character. Rainbow's probably dead if she gets an infection. And by probably, I mean almost certainly. You think all those sellout comedians will have to wear big white robes when they visit? Alright, we should have just enough for the tribal wear. Take advantage of this catharsis. Alright, that gives us 18 camel hide left. Well, there's still a dromedary. Spoils in 10 hours. Let's get the leather at least. Man, a masterwork recurve bow would be really good. I don't think I can risk fighting. Could put a trap up. What are we gonna do with all this meat? Hi from snowy tribe people. I don't know what you mean by hi, buddy. You live in Canada? Just kidding. Dry meat would be cool, yeah. Okay, it's not great, but it's going to give us a little bit of protection. We're up to 311. That's good. I'm going to let her sleep. Although she does need to get recreation. That's not good. Yeah, that I can agree with. Leather clothing to stay cool is a really, really dumb idea. That we can agree on. Interesting. I don't really want a tattered hat, but this does give a little bit of temperature protection. Oh, actually gives quite a bit. But I feel like mood is more important here. says as we get a -3 for denied joining. Yeah, trap usually is an early game goal for me. Oh, we will take the silver. Don't worry. I could build a shelf and save it and trade it, but... No, I was just saying I don't want to take the hat. It's a little bit of temperature protection, but not enough to warrant the mood penalty for tattered apparel. Or ratty apparel. Wooed? Rip. There it goes. I'll keep the silver, but I'm not going to keep the loose screen. That was a good run? Wait, which one are you talking about? The last one? Or this one? I've lived for 12 days already. Making progress. Making progress. Making copies. Speaking of making copies, have any of you guys tried this run yet? There's always a silver lining. At least the desert island is back to being a desert island. It's not just an island anymore. Not just a pile of sand. Legends say that this is actually the shell of a turtle who is in a deep slumber under the ocean. Whoever said build a trap earlier, I unfortunately cannot build a trap with this character. It requires 3 construction. And she only has 1, so we gotta level up our construction before we can do that. Major break. I think it is time to... Let's cut these cactus down and then we'll get a little shelter going. Do you run any DLC? I have all of the DLC except Anomaly. I own Anomaly, I just don't have it turned on. Every DLC is on though, other than Anomaly. Please don't eat my fish. I'm asking nicely. Oh, of course, a daze. I was building you a shelter. Well, what would we name the ostrich and emu if we could? Emu and ostrich? The ostrich will be named emu, and the emu will be named ostrich. Come on, Ramos. Snap out of it. I mean, sure, you're stranded on a desert island, surrounded by 6-foot-tall birds. You've got no food except raw fish, and you're in the middle of a sandstorm, but come on, buddy, look at the bright side. You're not naked. You gotta look at the silver lining. Sandstorm's over. Things are looking up. Named enemy mechs? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, there goes the rest of our food. Gotta do some more fishing. We have enough to finish the shelter. Not enough to build a passive cooler on top of it, though. The problem is that doesn't account for any botches. You know what? Actually, I might build a silver wall. I could build 1 silver wall. That would save me 5 wood. And again, maybe I'd be better off trading it. 57 silver is not very much silver. You cannot get very much with 57 silver. I really want to try a variant of this run, but I don't have Odyssey. Any replacement for fishing? You could do this run exactly as is, but it's going to be a lot harder without fishing. You're going to have to hunt. So basically, you're going to have to melee animals early on. Chance of death will be really high. You might want to start with a really high melee skill pawn. Keep in mind, though, you can also customize this however you want. Like, you don't have to play it exactly like this. This is just a template. Some people have talked about wanting to make the island a little bigger. That's fine. There's a fishing mod. Try the... Yeah, there you go. Try the fishing... Try the fishing mod. That's a good idea. How many tiles of space do you currently have? That's a good question. 159 tiles. That gives me enough for passive cooler, but I kind of want to save it. We also have the option of going for a cooking fire early on, try to get rid of some of that mood penalty. Oh, awesome. A raid. They're attacking immediately. At least I have a bow. This guy has better shooting than I do, though. Oh my god, he immediately zips me in the leg? Sometimes this game, you know what? You know what? Sometimes this game, sometimes this game, sometimes. Sometimes this game. Oh my god, and then he just insta-kills a fucking ostrich! I've never seen somebody kill an ostrich with their bare hands so quickly. Who is this guy? I swear to God, don't burn my palm tree down. You were talking about yesterday? I gotcha. I know a lot of bald men with beards, and none of them could 1v1 an ostrich, I'll tell you that much. Oh my god, I'm dead. He wins. I really thought the ostrich play was going to save me. There's only one thing left to do. Palm tree's going to burn down. Oh my god. Dude, who is this guy? I mean, he's got 8 shooting, but my character has 6 and just... Well, guys, that might be the end. My character can barely move. I was going to use the emu, but... Well, wow. 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 I've never seen somebody beat up an ostrich so fast. Let's build on this side. You know what? The east side's cursed. We're building on the west side of the island. Clearly the safer side of the island. No, it's just a normal world. Nothing unusual about it. I think that was the most frustrating death so far. We need to do something to get our minds off that one. I saw Menace got a release date, but they pushed back the release date to beginning of next year. February 5th, 2026. RIP. That's all I got to distract me from the last loss. Alright, back to the game. Let's give her a bed this time. Give her a little extra comfort. Sorry, sleeping spot. Well, guys, I got half the voiceover recorded for the Iceberg episode 5, or the Iceberg series episode 5. Got to record the other half after the stream. And then do the rest of the editing, and then it'll be uploaded. Will it be done today? I have no idea. The longer I stream, the less likely it'll be done today. So that kind of sucks. Very chill. Yeah, I was trying to go for a nice cool run. Do you do YouTube full time? Sort of. You do mean chill and relaxed? I knew what you meant. Oh, hey, there's an iguana. I was looking away for just a second. Oh, I don't have enough animal skill yet. It's gonna keep eating my fish. A meditation spot won't get them to meditate more than they already would. It just allows you to assign them to a spot to meditate at when they feel like meditating. Oops, what happened? Do you really want to know? I don't want to talk about it. Move, iguana. I live here now. I live in this fence now. Oh no, she's running away. You were supposed to. You were supposed to ignore it. Oh, now you gotta fight for your life. Fight! Fight like your life depends on it. It quite literally does. Alright, that was not so bad. Do you have a seed for this map? No, because this is a custom map created with dev mode, so a seed's not going to really help you here. I do have a save file, a backed up save file that is copied onto Discord if you want to play this yourself. Hit it with the log. The log is actually a really bad melee weapon. And she already has a knee spike. So it doesn't help me to equip a log. The problem is she's oftentimes just really bad at melee. I chose a character who was halfway decent at melee and had the knee spike, but seems like oftentimes doesn't help. Is log worse than nothing? No. A log is better than nothing, but it's worse than a knee spike. I'll be honest, it's a little more complicated than that. To be completely honest about it, I don't know for certain that this is worse than equipping an... So... I don't know what... So the way it works... I made a YouTube video about melee if you're interested in how it works, but... Long story short, when a character is going into melee, they have 3 types of attacks that they'll do. Those attacks are categorized into 3 groups: high, medium, and low. So a low type of attack would be like your fists. A medium type of attack would be like the knee spike. A high type of attack would be like is your basically your highest damage attack. I don't know where the blunt attack falls on a log. It might still be better than the fists. So if you equip, I might be better off equipping the log now that I'm really thinking about it, because it might overwrite the fists while still allowing for the knee spike attacks. Basically, the way it works is that the majority of your attacks are going to be the high category attacks, and the remainder will be your medium category attacks. If you don't have a high category attacks, that's when they start to use the low category attacks. I don't remember what the melee DPS for fists are. So I guess unarmed fists would be slightly worse. Oh, the iguana is... Wait, no, iguanas are not livestock though, are they? So I think equipping a log would be a teeny tiny bit better than fists. I'm not going to bother, though. It's going to get a bow. Well, hey, that could have gone worse.
Ideally, I'd just like to get a short bow going. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than that last fight, though. That was horrible. How many hours do you have in Rimworld now? Around 8,000. Give or take. Guys, some ads are going to start playing on Twitch in about 40 seconds. Just heads up. Just to warn you. So you know what's coming. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, or sorry, if you subscribe to the Twitch channel, it does cost money, but you don't have to watch any ads while you're subbed. Just throwing that out there. Hell, you might not have to watch ads anyway. Maybe you're in a region where they just don't have any ads. You get lucky. Or you're one of those people who, you know what's, with you know what. Making it so you know what. You know what I'm saying. You're one of those people, Diet Salt? It's all making sense now. Full transparency, I definitely use uBlock Origin. I don't know if that works on Twitch though, does it? I don't really watch Twitch. I watch YouTube a lot. But I don't really watch Twitch. I have YouTube Premium, so I never watch any ads on YouTube. To me, YouTube Premium is just absolutely worth every penny. I know there's a lot of people who complain about it, but for me, and how I use it, worth every penny. You can get Twitch Turbo, and that will block all ads on Twitch. I think that's like $8 or $9. There go the ads. Twitch Turbo is $13 now? No way. Is that just in your region, or is that how much it is across the board? It's $11.99 per month where I live. Wow, it was like $8 when I first started streaming. Or, well, no, I guess when I first started streaming, they didn't have Twitch Turbo, but when they added it, it was like $8. That's crazy that it's $13 now. Miranda, that's actually not true. YouTube Premium does produce ad revenue. I'm pretty sure, at least. I think there's even a section where it tells me how much is from YouTube Premium. I think. Well, hey, I appreciate it, though. I'm trying to confirm if that's actually true or not. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube Premium was 21% of my ad revenue last month. It's actually pretty substantial. But yes, I use YouTube Premium. I'm not trying to shill for it. I'm just talking about my own personal experience. To me, it's worth every penny. I pay like $13.99 a month, I think. But I can't comment on whether or not Twitch Turbo is worth it because I don't use it, but Twitch Turbo gives you access to timeline on live stream so you can hop back and forth. Wait, can you not do that without Twitch Turbo? Miranda, I think the way it works is that it counts every ad impression that you would have got. Oops. Make sure we're fishing. Really, it allows like 6 people to get premium benefits? That's pretty sweet. I like listening to streams and podcasts while I go on walks, and sometimes when I go running. And YouTube, this is gonna sound silly, but YouTube Premium lets me sleep my phone while I'm doing it. Like, to me, that's the best feature. The ad blocking, that's nice. Just again, this is not an advertisement for YouTube Premium. I'm just talking about my own personal experience with it. I need to get a bow. Yeah, we were talking about Spotify earlier, and that was the thing. It's like, the nice thing about YouTube Premium is you also get all of YouTube Music with no ads. I know they came out with like a more basic version of YouTube Premium that is cheaper and has more ads. I don't know. I just go with the normal version. I don't think these guys are going to buy anything I have. It's tiered now? Yeah. You gotta love the internet in 2025. Nope, nothing. Oh, we need goats. Oh, we need goats. I almost need to just kill all the gazelles ahead of time. That way they don't attack me. Oh good, an awful bow. That's gonna really help things. I think I need a new bow. Yeah, I absolutely refuse to use Adobe products these days. I used to pay for Adobe Premiere, and then they turned it into the most garbage subscription plan I've ever seen of any company ever. And now I refuse to use Adobe products. I use GIMP for photo editing, or image editing, and I use a program called Kdenlive for video editing. Kdenlive is free and open source, and it does literally everything No, not literally everything, but like 99% of the things Adobe Premiere does. GIMP does. There's a couple things GIMP doesn't do that Photoshop does, but it's like you can always work around it. You can. There's ways to get it done. It's just that it's not as convenient, but it's free. GIMP is also free and open source. Affinity Designer, is that an image or image editor or a video editor? Honestly, Kdenlive was not even that hard to learn. Images, I got you. Are any of you guys into 3D printing? Are there any open source apps for editing 3D printing files? Is Blender free? I wouldn't have thought Blender was free. Mine cost $35. Just kidding. Hey Soul Angel, how are you today? You have to use Adobe for work? Really? How many attempts would you say it took for your current Iceberg playthrough? Are you going to count all my sea ice attempts across the board, or just Iceberg? Because just Iceberg, that run you see is the only run I've done for Iceberg. It's been going quite well. If you're going to count all of the practice I've gotten on sea ice across my 8,000 hours, I don't want to talk about it. I have played a lot of sea ice, and I've only ever launched one rocket on sea ice. Slept awful? That sucks. I would say my sea ice attempts are in the many hundreds. Probably not thousands, but many hundreds. I will say playing Iceberg Sea Ice is a little bit easier than playing normal Sea Ice, though. What lesson ended the run from yesterday? The lesson that I need to make sure I have medicine on hand. And don't frivolously use medicine. It was a very good lesson. Very important lesson. I feel like we grew from the learning experience. Plague? Nope. Infection. NDK got infected from... So, actually, yesterday I used Melee to... God, in retrospect, it's all so silly. I used Melee to put down an insulting spree on NDK. But Ramos has that knee spike, so she really fucked him up. And then she tended him, but ended up using the medicine to tend him. And then he got an infection in one of the wounds. There was no way I could save him, so he ends up collapsing and he's dying. And Ramos goes on a mental break during the process. And right as she goes on a mental break, a gazelle went mad. Started attacking. And she didn't fight back. NDK died from the infection, and Ramos died from malnutrition. The gazelle didn't kill her. She crawled back into the house and just slowly died while unconscious. It was a self-inflicted wound, though. That's really what it was. Self-imposed error? Is that what they call it? In baseball? Self-imposed error? I don't know. I don't watch baseball. Oh, unforced. There you go. An unforced error. Yeah. That's what it is. The Gazelle wasn't self-imposed? No, but NTK would have been perfectly fine had I not meleeed him. And having 2 pawns is really critical against defending against those things. Wouldn't have had to deal with the infection. I basically killed all of my own solutions. All the things I could have done to deal with that, I messed up. Well, the worst part, she doesn't even fight back. She just lets it keep hitting her until she's unconscious. What am I thinking? I gotta kill these things and get their leather. Wasn't even thinking about it. Playing your save file, currently alive, attempt number 3. Awesome. That's really cool. I hope it goes well for you. It's not easy. I hope more people try it. Inevitably, somebody's going to come in here and be like, you stole this idea from so-and-so. Actually, speaking of stealing ideas, we need to revive the Gladiator run. When's the last time we did any of you guys, were any of you guys even here for that? I don't know if any of you guys were here way back when we used to do Gladiator runs. That's pretty old school for this stream. We need to revive that. Yeah, so I've been streaming on Twitch for a very, very, very long time. And I've done many different kinds of runs. One of the runs was a Colosseum build, which was 1 part creative build where we built a grand Colosseum Roman style. And the other part of the run was that all of the gladiators, the people who lived in the arena, were named after people from chat, and we would have them fight each other. And we'd have tournaments. And we kept a scoreboard. And the winners would be rewarded with, you know, like better weapons and stuff. Like a Twitch Royale? Yeah, but for viewers in chat, yeah. I think we have one of the old scoreboards around here somewhere of the winner. Terry Tea Cakes was actually the winner of the last Gladiator run. Great name. Great Gladiator. Seriously, even your printers all have to be a certain type? Really? That sounds so obnoxious. Has anybody managed to train an algorithm to play Rimworld yet? That'd be perfect for the arena run, for the Gladiator run. Add a little intelligence to the pawns while they fight each other. Is it not worth it to make it into patch leather? Patch leather is not very good, so we're not gonna if we can help it. It's pretty bad. bad is it compared to cloth? I'll show you. A duster made of patch leather has 13.5% sharp and 7.7 heat protection. So it's a little bit better than cloth. 10.8% sharp and 15.3 heat protection. So worse temperature protection, better sharp protection. Let viewers control their own Gladiator with the multiplayer mod. Man, I wonder how hard that would get to be to get set up, because that would be awesome. The problem is you would need to be able to connect like 15 people at once. But I guess you could just do a couple at a time. I wonder how hard that would be. Because that would be super cool. That would be so much fun. I love that idea. And you had tigers and lions? Oh, yeah, exactly. We did actually do a couple fights where they fought against animals. The hardest part would be stopping people from writing random stuff with the playing tool. Oh no, that's easy. You just ban them and never invite them back if they do anything inappropriate. That part's super easy. Ooh, dromedary. How many people can get connected at once with the multiplayer mod? We need like chariots and stuff. Is there a chariot mod? But yeah, we used to use chat points to do bets on the fights. Honestly, the more I talk about it, the more fun that sounds with the multiplayer mod. That would be so much fun. Just to have like 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s. I guess realistically, the most we would really need is like 7 people connected at once. Is that possible? I guess we could always just limit the number and do only like 3 people at once. Obviously myself included. You can have as many players as you want, but max 8 is recommended. Oh, that's plenty. It says it's not updated to 1.6 yet. That's not good. Okay, so the idea on paper is perfect. In practice, sounds like we're gonna have to wait. I wonder how long it'll take them to update it, or if they're even working on updating it. Is there a 1.6 version on GitHub? That's a good question. I only got 2 of them, didn't I? Alright, let's use the leather for doors, I guess. Please don't botch. I like how she goes cloud watching out in the middle of the water. You couldn't have just sat back on the sand? Actually, probably a lot cooler in the water. I love the botches. Yeah, float in cloud watch, yeah. The more I think of it, the more I realize that does sound better than sitting in the sand. Swimming does, in fact, remove heat stroke. We learned that the other day. Yeah, sun's out. There are so many things about the vanilla AI that need to be fixed. There are some absolutely infuriating things about the vanilla AI. Can you force a pawn to swim? No. We have been trying to keep them in recreation mode most of the time, just so they're more likely to swim, but I don't know if that's actually helping. I do plan on making more bows, I just don't have any wood right now. The shelter is more important than getting a better bow because of manhunter packs. I need somewhere to hide. Or mad animals in general. Alright, I've had it with this iguana. Can't manhunter packs go through the animal flap? Nope. No, animal flaps won't stop your animals, but it'll stop other animals. Also, going back to that patch leather idea earlier, I can't even make patch leather. You have to have a tailor bench. It only just occurred to me. Now that being said, the animal flap has almost no HP, so if an animal does decide to attack it, it doesn't survive for very long at all. I do plan on putting a legit door up soon. Oh, a nice sculpture would be good. So would honor, though. I really do need a new bow, so I might go for that next. This awful bow is basically worthless. Okay against animals, but during a raid, it's not going to do anything. At some point, I might... I've been very hesitant to do this because it's a lot of work to do this. I'd have to completely remake the whole run. But at some point, I might try with a new character. She's got good stats, but there's a couple things she's missing. Like, she doesn't have Construction 3 to make traps, so we have to level that up. Well, that's really the only thing she's missing. I guess having Tough would be really nice. Having Jogger would be really nice for raids. Although I feel like Jogger would be kind of not as good as it sounds. Her crafting skill's so bad. She's probably gonna get another awful one. Well, it's an upgrade. Really need a normal one. Yeah, died this morning to some stupid stuff. They'll run. Man, we haven't even gotten to mech clusters yet. I think it's a little premature to be calling any run the run. I have almost no idea how I'm going to handle mech clusters. You found the 1.6 GitHub of multiplayer mods, send it on Discord. Awesome, thank you. That could be a lot of fun. I don't know how much of a pain it's going to be to try to get a bunch of different people connected, but it's possible. Shouldn't you put her on fishing like 8 hours a day? Well, it doesn't really help me to have extra fish because the animals just come up and eat them. Although I can store them inside now. They don't last very long. So usually I'm just having her fish enough to get enough fish for one day and then that's it. Fishing was turned off because she had meat, but now she needs to eat. Well, yeah, the rare catch, that's true, the rare catch. The skills I'm not so worried about, but the rare catch, yeah, I probably should be trying for that more. Oh my god. My horseshoe! Okay, we should be able to just outrun him while he bleeds. Got a little bit of silver on him. You can get some pretty good stuff from those rare catches. Please let me speed up time. We don't need to sit here and wait. Man, if she has a mental break right now, we're gonna be in bad shape. I've seen almost every single late game item get fished up, but I've never seen a Persona core yet. And he's down. Nah, no mods for me. I don't know, None the Wiser. That's a really interesting question. Because it's what, like 3 days, 3-day cooldown or something like that? Feel free to recommend mods, especially for other people to use them. I don't bother. I've done so many modded runs, and every single time I get bored of them. Every single time. Without fail. I install mods, and I get bored. I usually spend more time installing the mods than I do actually playing the mods. But I don't get bored of vanilla. I don't know. I don't really have a good explanation for it, but I don't get bored of vanilla. Well, that's not entirely true. It's a lot harder for me to get bored with vanilla. It happens, but not as quick. Yeah, but my problem is I never know when to draw the line. If I install one mod, I may as well install 2 mods. If I install 2 mods, I may as well install 3. And before I know it, I have 127 mods installed. Okay, Meatloaf. You'll do anything for love, but you won't do that? That's a weird line to draw, buddy. Yeah, heals for hugs. That's the way I look at it. It's so much easier to help new players relate to the game when they don't have to translate anything beyond just what's available to them. Do a mod pack that. We were talking about that earlier, actually. Mod packs are much easier for me because of that exact reason. Are there mod packs for RimWorld, though? I guess there's like mod lists that people make, right? I do feel like that's more palatable for me. But we were talking about that exact thing earlier. It's one of the reasons why I can get into modded Minecraft, because I just install a mod pack and go. I don't have to do anything beyond just install the mod pack and go play.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Less than 3.
George, less than 3 to you too, buddy. Thank you so much for the resub. George, I don't know if you know this, but did you know we're naming pawns after people who sub and resub? Or anyone who becomes a member on YouTube? Or if you sign up to Patreon? Become a member on Patreon? Wait, that naming command should work. Hold on. You know? Yeah, I'm going to add you to the naming list. I'm going to make sure you get a pawn named after you. Why is the naming command not working? Less than 3. The naming command was not turned on. Okay, it's turned on now. Does it still work to put a sleeping spot and target it at range to increase your skill? I'm pretty sure they've fixed that. What they haven't fixed is using a EMP launcher or a smoke launcher and shooting your colonists, shooting your pawns. You can level up thousands and thousands of shooting XP per day using that system. At least I'm pretty sure they haven't fixed it. Unless they fixed it in 1.6. I should say I haven't tried it in a little bit, so it is possible they fixed it, but last I checked, you could do that. We need to clean the island up. A nice replacement tactical emu. These are like landmines. Improvised emu device. IEDs. Yeah, I have to say it's a little obnoxious, Gregory. Like, if you try it, you'll see what I'm talking about, but it just like absolutely fills your base full of smoke. Or if you're using the EMP launcher, it shakes your screen like crazy. Does the extra clothes and extra bows increase your raid points? Yes and no. In principle, higher wealth increases your raid points. In this scenario right here, no. The way raid points work is that they don't begin to increase raid difficulty until you pass a certain number. You have to go past a certain threshold before the raid point calculation kicks in. Hey Spooks, what's up, buddy? So we are so far below the raid point threshold that, like, we could add dozens of items and still not hit that raid point threshold. That's why even though I'm playing on 500% threat, all of the raids are exactly the same difficulty. And they're exactly the same difficulty as if I were playing on the minimum difficulty. After a while, though, once I get to that raid point threshold, then yes, absolutely every single item that has wealth will be adding raid points. One thing to keep in mind that resources on the ground, when you turn them into structures, not only will the structure be worth less wealth, but the raid point calculation also only calculates half the structure value. So it's always better to turn resources into structures if you're trying to keep your raid points low. Pawn count is important too. Pawn count is one of the quickest ways to increase your raid difficulty. Yeah, tough out here on the rim with a single colonist on a desert island. I keep saying desert island. Desert island. But the silver lining is, at least we're back to being a desert island again. We got the palm tree. The palm tree got destroyed in my last run. Yeah, sun's out. So, unclaimed structures don't count towards raid points. But floors are always claimed. It's really stupid. That's a really stupid mechanic, but there is no claiming floors. They're just automatically claimed from the beginning. So floors are always increasing raid points, even if they're not part of your base. It's like all the ruins, those floors, I always remove those. They did recently adjust that a little bit by changing some of the floors to be ancient floors, and I don't think those have any wealth. Oh, we want the fish in here. I'm gonna kill you! Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. So we need 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 wood. Oh, I've almost got enough for the bridges. Well, the legendary sculpture is going to be worth more because the base value is worth more. But legendary sculptures, when they're installed, still count as structure. Pretty sure. Like 90% sure that when you put a statue down, it counts as a structure. What I'm not sure about is what it counts for in a stockpile. I'm assuming it counts as an item when it's uninstalled. But I don't know that one for sure. Keep in mind though, art is surprisingly low wealth, especially when you consider the actual utility that it adds. Like if you make art out of jade or gold, the wealth starts to get up there, but for the most part, most of your art is not really that much wealth. Especially when you consider the beauty that it adds. I like how the emu is just sleeping right outside my door. I gotta step over this thing to go inside. Do not disturb the emu. You do not want to make it angry. You won't like it when it's angry. I think bridges are going to be the best way for me to level up construction. They take the longest to build. If I really wanted to cheese it, I would cancel construction over and over again and then restart. But I don't want to. On sea ice, the way I used to cheese construction leveling would be to build a research table and then deconstruct it until it's like 90% deconstructed and then restart. Just keep deconstructing it over and over again. Ideally, you never let it finish being deconstructed. Sometimes I've accidentally finished deconstructing it and it makes me sad. Alright, there's level 2. Hey Axel, how are you today? Please no botches. How come they set a cap for how much XP you get per day? If they didn't, you'd be able to max out your skills in just a couple days. I can't use your map because of mods? You can't load this save file with the mods you have installed? I can tell you how to recreate the map if you want. It's really easy to recreate this map. It'll take a little bit of effort, but it'll take you like 10 minutes at most. Rip. So all you need to do to create this map is I think you, if you want to do the challenge at least somewhat similar to the way I'm doing it, pick a desert tile. So choose a coastal island or an atoll or an archipelago. Any ocean-based aquatic map. You will need Odyssey to do this, just for the record. It's going to be tough to do this without Odyssey. You'll have to choose a coastal map and then edit it. Select your map, start the map up, turn on dev mode. Go up here to the third button from the left. This is the debug actions menu. Wait, you can search for landforms? Yeah, you can search for features, yeah. So the two functions you're going to need are destroy. This will allow you to destroy all the chunks, the structures, the hills. Everything on the map can be destroyed using this feature. And then after you destroyed everything, make sure you don't destroy your pawn, but after you destroy everything, you go to set terrain rectangle, and then choose shallow ocean water for the water, and sand for the sand. Yeah, that's probably why you can't load it, because you don't have Odyssey. That would make sense. Could you use destroy map? I don't know what the destroy map function does. Yeah, if you don't have Odyssey, I bet you that's what's causing the problem. Can you also place rock roof / overhead mountain with this? You can get rid of overhead mountain, but I don't know if you can place it. You can edit roof? Yeah, I guess you can. So yes. Dev mode's pretty powerful. I've never tried using the roof tool myself, but it looks like you can. All right, we did it. The hut is complete. Transport pod crash. Sean the logger. Will your clothing be better than mine, though? That's the question. Nope. Might as well try to get some medical XP here. Probably gonna do a short stream today, guys. Because I really want to try to finish the Iceberg episode today. Iceberg episode 5, so I can have it uploaded by tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. I cannot guarantee it'll be finished by then, but I'm gonna try my best. For those of you guys who are members of YouTube, or members on YouTube, or anyone who wants to become a member on YouTube, I think it costs $4.99. You will have access to the video immediately when it's finished. As soon as I'm done editing it and get the thumbnail finished, I upload to YouTube and I make it available for all members. Everyone else will have to wait till tomorrow morning. That's assuming I get it finished today. The voiceover is half done and everything else is done. I just gotta finish the voiceover and then last little bit of editing for episode 5. So yeah, I'm just gonna play this for a little bit longer and then go finish that. I've still been making slow progress on episode 14 of the Family Only run for anyone who's interested in that series still. It's been a little while since my last upload. Well, a little while since the last upload for that series. Just gotta beat the last survival record. 84 days, I think, was how long I survived for last time. I think we're on episode 14 for the Family Only run, aren't we? Pretty sure it's episode 14. I mean, that would be the next episode. Yeah, the next episode's 14. I'm more of a Rimworld peasant. I identify with the working class people. More of a anarcho-syndicalist commune. Star Wars theme run. Do the mods for Star Wars still even work? I've done Star Wars runs before, but I don't know. I don't have very much fun with modded runs, to be honest. I die on the island too. What are you talking about? You know how many times I die on this run? I just keep trying. That's the only difference. You could do this exact thing. You just keep trying. Do you play many other games other than RimWorld? The only game I've been streaming lately is Project Zomboid. I have been looking for other games to stream and make videos for, though. I was kind of thinking about doing a Dwarf Fortress series on YouTube. I think that could be a lot of fun. So that's kind of up in the air at the moment. There are some other colony builders that I'll probably do videos for. When Dandelion Void comes out, I'll probably play that. They just had an update for Dwarf Fortress. I saw that this morning, and it's not... The update's... Well, the Siege update's not out yet. Yeah, none the wiser. I totally agree with you. I don't think Dwarf Fortress is a very good stream game, but I do think it's a good YouTube game. Good morning, Soy. You guys ever watch, what's his name, Grug Smash? Is that his name, Grug Smash? Dwarf Fortress YouTuber? No. What's the YouTuber that does Dwarf Fortress content? Not Grug Smash. It's like similar to that though. Krug Smash. There we go. Not Grug Smash. Krug Smash with a K. Kruggsmash. I love his videos. Hey, Ryu. Yes, I do like to have some challenge, though. This game is more fun with a challenge. Anyway, though, yeah, I do plan on making some Dwarf Fortress videos. I love Dwarf Fortress. Problem is, like I said, I don't personally think it's a great stream game. I'm sure there are plenty of people who do a great job streaming it, but I really think it's a made for YouTube kind of game. RimWorld's fun to stream, and I think it's fun to watch, but Dwarf Fortress, not so great on stream. How you doing, C3PO? You sleeping any better? I've streamed Oxygen Not Included before. It's alright, I mean... It's not my favorite game. That game I feel is a little too cerebral to stream. Not that, I mean, just for me personally. Like, that's the kind of game I like to sit down and just play in silence. Just to sit and think while I'm playing it. Just sit and brood and plan. Horror game fan? No. I streamed Resident Evil 7? Which was the one where you're like in the swamps? It's like a weird cannibal family. Was that Resident Evil 7? I tried to play Don't Starve, and I do not enjoy that game. I don't know what it is about it. Just could not get into it. Yeah, Resident Evil 7. I'm pretty sure that's the one I played. Yeah, dude searches for his missing wife in a derelict plantation occupied by an affected family. Yeah. I streamed that one. Oh, Nicole. Why are you this way? But no, in general, not a big horror fan. I don't remember how it ended. Don't spoil it. Lawler? What? Okay, there we go. Well, hey, at least we have a hut going again. I almost want to try to deconstruct the front door and replace it with a wooden door now. I think I am going to do that. Alright guys, I'm going to pause here for the day. Sorry for the short stream today. Like I said, I really want to get the next episode of the Iceberg series finished. Episode 5 will hopefully be uploaded tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. I will be streaming for the normal time tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. I always upload the videos at the same time that I start the stream, for anyone that's curious. Like I said, members on YouTube will get access to the video later tonight, assuming it gets finished by then. And then everyone else will get access to it in the morning. If you're interested, make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Again, sorry for the short stream, but I really want to make sure that gets finished. So I'm going to go work on that. And I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys come join Discord. There's a link on Twitch, and let me link it on YouTube. Yeah, Ray, thanks for hanging out. Again, sorry for the short stream. Come join Discord. You get updates on when the stream goes live. I post a link to the videos when they get uploaded. And you come chat with us. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll get a normal length stream in tomorrow morning. Found your YouTube just recently? Well, hey, thanks for watching it. Hope you enjoyed the videos. I'm pretty new to YouTube. I've only been uploading for... oh, the past year now. Almost a year. Still pretty new to it. Still figuring things out. Appreciate you guys watching, though. Also managed to start playing, so I'm going to hop off. I will see you guys in the morning.